Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I am in Bandipur, Nepal. Love this place. If ever you have the chance to visit Nepal, do not skip Bandipur. It is really worth it. Okay, so I need to give my 2 cents on the Andrew Tate saga because I already started investing some time in it, so I might as well continue. And also because of all the videos I make, these are the videos that have the most views and also the most responses. I think the only other videos I've made where I got a lot of response was anything to do with Jacinda Ardern. I cannot stand that woman, but anyway, that's another subject. So, uh, I'm going to play this video here because this is the latest thing that has happened to Andrew Tate. It's not that new. It's quite, I think, maybe 2 or 3 weeks old already. But anyway, this is my 2 cents about it. So this is the PBD podcast. I'm sure those of you who watch my Andrew Tate videos, you all are very familiar with these people. So I don't have to go into who they are. Those of you who are not familiar, get with the program because these dudes are all over the internet all the time. Okay. So without further ado, let's go.
So here we go. Andrew Tate. Romanian officials filed charges against the Tate brothers. The controversy continues as social media influencer Andrew Tate has officially been charged with rape, human trafficking, and forming an organized crime group to sexually exploit women, according to BBC's News. And Tate's apparent number one fan, writer Lucy Williamson.
Okay, so says there that they were officially now charged. So all those people who were writing, PMing me about, oh, they've already been charged. This was when I made my other videos. No, they've only been charged now. And I kept telling you that. So I was right. Okay. So they have officially been charged with rape, human trafficking, and forming an organized group. Right. Let's continue.
Andrew's brother, Tristan, is also facing the same charges. A Romanian judge now has 60 days to inspect the file, and with their case being sent to trial.
Okay, they have 60 days to inspect the case files before their case can be sent to trial. Oh, okay, so that means anything could still happen within the next 60 days. Okay.
Upon hearing the news, the Tate brothers' media team responded, while this news is undoubtedly predictable, we embrace the opportunity it presents to demonstrate their innocence and vindicate their reputation. The indictment added that it allows us to present a comprehensive body of evidence diligently collected and prepared over time, which will undoubtedly substantiate the brothers' claims of innocence.
Okay, yeah. So, me personally, I'm also very happy that it's going to trial because, you are always presumed innocent until proven guilty, which is how it should be. So, again, for those who were already telling me, oh, but they're guilty, in the real world, it doesn't work like that. You have to be taken to trial. So this is a good thing. Like even the spokesperson said that that the case is going to trial because during the trial we will see what the whole story is, because that is how it should be. If Romania is an EU country, which means they are a democratic country, I'll just laugh about Romania being a democratic country, but anyway, which means that they have to presume the innocence of someone until proven guilty, and then they have to take them to trial. So yeah, I'm very happy that this is happening, and so that things can be laid to rest. But again, with court trials, sometimes they don't get it right. Maybe they are guilty and then they get found to be innocent, which doesn't mean it's the end of that, or it could be the other way around where they are innocent but then the court finds them guilty. But anyway, for me, like I say, I'm just happy that it's going to trial because that is how the law should work. You should be given the opportunity to, if you are the accused, to present your side of the story legally. in the court of law.
There are separate charges still under investigation, which could lead to a separate indictment, including money laundering and trafficking minors.
Yeah, okay, money laundering, yeah, I've heard about that. Trafficking minors, that's very new to me. I've never heard of any trafficking of minors. But we'll see.
Both brothers continue to claim their innocence. Having denied all allegations, the trial is not expected to start immediately and is predicted to take several years.
Whoa, several years. If they're going to be under house arrest for several years, I don't know how that's going to work out. Because, the Romanian, like I said, although they are a EU country, they have very different kind of judiciary laws, which are not really very democratic. So I don't know. But then, the EU standard has dropped a lot over the years. So.
And if you want to see the interview, click below.
Several years.
Yeah. Well, let's.
Okay, yeah. So that's all I wanted to talk about that, because now they're just going to talk about their thing. But anyway, yeah. So that's my whole thing as a layperson who's just watching this, and who are viewers who are interested in this. This is just my 2 cents about this whole saga. The next thing I want to address, so you won't be able to see my face, though I want to address this thing here. So you can hear my voice. Now this person, if you look at my last video, in the comment section, this person and I have been going back and forth. But this particular response from this person, you cannot see in the comment section, because I have filters on my comment section, and anything that is considered inappropriate or whatever will be hidden, but I can see it. And the only thing is, I prefer to address it here, because in writing it's very hard to go back and forth. I find it very tedious. If this person would like, I don't mind you coming on my podcast so that you and I can have a proper discussion about the matter, because like I say, the back and forth in writing I don't like, because in writing people tend to be rude and uncivil. But if we are talking face to face, I think we could have a very good conversation. So if you really, I'm going to answer you now about that comment. But if you're not satisfied with my answer, we can do it in a podcast, because I'm not going to respond to you in the comments, okay? So let's go back to what this person said. So this person said, "You are really stupid." So I think it got put into it got hidden, because stupid is supposed to be like offensive. I don't find it offensive, but anyway, that's the YouTube algorithm. So the YouTube algorithm hid it from public. Okay, you are really stupid. Even if someone says they are not a victims, well, I'm going to read it because I think this person, English is not their first language. Even if someone says they are not a victim and the law says something else, the law is right. Okay, this is what this person says. If you didn't know that, so, okay. Someone else can report a crime that is happening to someone else, and the court can play you guilty without the victims admitting to it. Why are you even making these videos when you don't have a clue about how the law works? Okay, so this is what this person said. Okay, you heard there. Now, I know how the law works. Well, in Malaysia, South Africa, the US, Singapore, I know a lot of countries. Romania, I don't know. But so I thought, since I know nothing about the law, like this person said, because I'm stupid, blah, blah, blah. I thought, let me ask a lawyer. Well, I asked 2 lawyers, and both of them said the same thing. So I'll read one of the lawyers' response. So this is what the lawyer said. For some crimes, like rape, consent of the victim means there was no rape. Okay? There has to be a complainant, as her evidence will be required to convict, as well as medical reports for charges to be brought. So, did you hear that? It can only be, charges can only be brought forward if the complainant, which means the person who was raped, uh, has evidence or comes forward and says, yes, I was a victim, which means if she did not come forward, she was not raped. Okay, so I know in Andrew's case, I think 2 girls said that they were raped. Okay, but then they have to have evidence and medical reports for charges to be brought. Okay, the court will only convict if evidence is given of the offense by the victim, unless the victim is unable to testify. Okay, so the victim has to come and say, this is, I was raped, this is the evidence, like maybe show video or I don't know, witnesses. Okay, but that is only, but if the victim is unable to testify because maybe the victim is in a coma or something or dead or something, then of course they'll have to do something else. So police can bring charges if they think they have enough independent evidence without a victim. So this is what this guy is talking about, the one that calls me stupid. Police can bring charges if they think they have enough independent evidence without victim, but the court will decide if that evidence is sufficient. Okay? So in this case, there are other people who the court said are victims. Now, as far as this lawyer is saying, is that those other people who the court says are victims, but those people themselves say, no, we are not victims, it was consensual, which means the court has to have independent evidence to say that they were victims. Okay? Which I think is really very scary, because which means if the court has the last say about whether you are a victim or not, anyone can claim, people can get framed more easily, right? Because let's say something happens to me, or somebody alleges that like I was raped, and I say, no, I wasn't, it's consensual. This is my boyfriend, there was no rape. But just because maybe someone doesn't like my boyfriend, they can get the courts to convict my boyfriend of something that even I say never happened. So this is very scary if this is how it works. Okay, so then I said, oh, okay. So as long as the police can bring enough evidence, the accused can still get charged without the victim, which means that the victim's testimony is not needed. Because this is what this person who calls me stupid is alluding to, that the victim's testimony is not needed. Then the lawyer said, yes, but it is much harder to prove without victim's statement, but possible. In extreme examples would be if the victim is not able to give evidence because they are dead, in a coma, or traumatized. But if the victim gives statement supporting the accused, which means if the victim says, no, it wasn't rape, it was consensual, it would be an uphill battle to convict the accused. So this person who called me stupid, I hope you heard all of that. Okay? If the victim is able to testify, like there's nothing wrong with her, she's not dead or incapacitated or anything, if she is not complaining, and if she is supporting what the accused is saying, let's say the accused saying, I didn't rape, it was consensual. If she stands by the accused It's going to be very hard for the court to to prove that she's a victim, because she herself is saying I'm not, which I personally think is the right thing to do, because the victim and the accused, they are the two that are in the situation, so they know what happened. And like I say, we have to be careful, because this means people can get framed very easily. Very, very easily. People can just make up stories just because they don't like someone. They can just accuse them of something. And even if the victim says, no, that's not how it happened, this, it doesn't matter. That person will still go to jail or get hanged or whatever because of framing. Okay, but anyway, that's just what I want to say about this. And I don't want to continue anymore on this subject unless, because I want to wait for the court case, unless this person here, Patrick something, unless you want to take this further and come on my podcast, and then we can talk about it, because it's nice when we can talk about it, because you will be civil, I will be civil. You won't be calling me stupid, I won't be calling you an idiot, because my podcast is about civil conversations, okay? Which I love. I love civil conversations. So, anyway, everybody have a good day. Cheers.